Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Logan and today we're going to be talking a little bit about basic Lenormand card meanings. In this video we will cover card 1 through card 6. I will give you a couple of keywords for each card. I'll give you an alignment for each card, some themes that you can associate with each card, as well as how you might interpret each card in questions that relate to timing. By all means, if the meanings that I relay to you in this video do not vibe with you, that is totally fine. Keep the meanings that work best for you. I'm just sharing what works for me. So with that said, let's get into it. Our first card is Rider. Its keywords are news and guests. Its alignment is neutral, meaning that it can go positive or negative or remain totally neutral in a reading, depending on what cards are near it. It generally signifies things incoming, usually in the form of house guests, solicitors, messages, any vessel that can carry news of value, that sort of thing. It can also denote forward momentum and light travel. Light travel meaning not so much like, going across the country for work-related stuff or whatever, but like if you need to pop across town to pick up something from a shop, that sort of thing. In questions of timing, the Rider card represents things happening in one day, 1 week, or 1 month, or in the month of January, all relating to it being card number 1. However, because of the kinetic nature of the imagery, generally that is found on the card, it can also represent something happening soon or immediately. So that's the Rider card. Next is the Clover. Its keywords are good luck and smallness. Its alignment is positive, so it tends to brighten up any reading that it's in. It generally indicates a lucky window of opportunity, so it foretells little things going our way. Happy accidents, serendipity smiling on us for but a moment. And I do mean for a moment, as the other major aspect of the Clover card is that it denotes brevity, so something being brief or small in stature. When it comes to questions of timing, it can represent things happening unexpectedly or by surprise. As the second card in the deck, it can also represent things happening in 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 months, as well as on the second of the month or in the month of February. So that's the Clover card. Our next card is the Ship. Its keywords are travel and commerce, and its alignment is positive neutral, meaning that it can still inhabit that neutrality, but it tends to lean a bit more towards the positive side. The ship is usually representative of travel over great distances, be that in the form of a vacation or a business trip, or in the form of purchased goods being in transit from a great distance away. It's also associated with positive returns in business. And then it can also sometimes denote farewells. In issues of timing, the ship represents, as card number 3, the third of the month, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, likewise the month of March, and it can also, due to the nature of ships and voyages and such, tend to suggest that something is already in motion that you are asking about. So that's the Ship card. Next we have House. Its keywords are home and foundation, and its alignment is neutral. The House card often represents your home, be this your physical residence in the literal sense, or like people you call home in a more figurative sense. As such, it can symbolize shelter or a strong foundation even. It can also represent your current surroundings or a place you spend lots of time at. In matters of timing, as the 4th card, it can represent the month of April, the 4th day of the month, something happening in 4 days, 4 weeks, or 4 months. And then also, because it is the House card and most people generally leave home to work during the day and then return in the evening, it can symbolize something happening either at home or happening in the evening. So that's the House card. Next we have the Tree. Its keywords are health and root system, and its alignment is neutral. The Tree card often denotes physical health, but speaks to emotional, mental, or spiritual health as well. It can also symbolize things that have root systems, such as families, family histories, so think of generational blessings or wisdom or trauma even, impersonal histories, ideologies, and even things like causality. When you're looking at something that has happened and you trace it back to a root of what set it off in the first place. As trees are quite slow growing, it can also represent things taking time. As far as timing related questions, again, we're going to be looking at that sort of slow growth aspect of the tree card. And if we're not looking at that as card number 5, it could represent the month of May, 5 days, 5 weeks, or 5 months, or even something occurring on the 5th of the month. So that is the tree card. And then lastly, in today's video, we have the clouds card. Keywords are uncertainty and covering. Its alignment is generally negative. So clouds will often denote like a blurring of the way forward, kind of hamstringing our perception and forcing us to sit still until the smoke screen clears. It can also indicate that something is being like concealed or hidden from us, either by us, we might be trying to cover something up, or somebody else could be trying to conceal something from us. It can also symbolize something sad or confusing hanging over us, kind of like, metaphorical rainfall killing our vibe, raining on our parade, that kind of thing. When it comes to questions of timing, again, we're going to see that lack of clarity. So it can literally translate in timing questions as, it's unclear at the moment. There's no certain timing at the moment. As it is literal clouds on the card, it can also pertain to this thing will happen during, a rainfall or a thunderstorm, that sort of thing. As the 6th card in the deck, it can portend something happening in 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months, as well as in the month of June. So that is the cloud card. And then when we come back next week, we will get into the snake card, card number 7, all the way through card number 12. So I hope this has been a fun and helpful time for you. If you enjoyed this deck and you would like one of your own, it's the Arcana Zhanghu Lenormand, and I will link it in the description box below. You can also find a cheat sheet of Lenormand card meanings that I have put together in the description box as well. That's free to download. So I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for sitting with me today. And until next time, take care of yourself and bye-bye.